Hello and welcome to the Press Start podcast, Press Start Australia's weekly video game discussion podcast. It's good to be back. I'm your host, Ewan, joined today by my fellow gamers and co-hosts, Shannon.
Hello.
Brody.
Hello. I just got a massive lag spike, so that panicked me.
And James.
Hello.
I think I got a massive lag spike as well. As soon as we start recording, the internet just settles
dies.
Today we're going to be sharing our predictions for all the gaming showcases taking part as part of Summer Game Fest 2024, which Shannon and Brody, I think you're both headed to. Can I say that?
You have.
You can.
So
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm very excited for the two of you. No doubt there's going to be a bunch of cool things you get to see. We're all going to be predicting about what those may be in a moment. But first, James, I want to come your way because once again, you've been very busy this week. You reviewed Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door and also did a hands-on preview with Multiversus as well. I think I wrote multiverse in my show notes, but Multiversus is what I meant to write. Let's start with Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door first. You gave the game a whopping 9.5 out of 10. Big score.
Big whopper.
Big
what
boy.
made the game so special in your mind?
Waffle with cheese, even.
There's your box quote right there, Nintendo.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like I don't know. Like, you know, it's Ewan's go-to line to say that there's a lot of nostalgia on riding on anybody who likes Nintendo games, but I've never actually played this game before, so it was kind of exciting to play something that I haven't played before. That is from the past.
Why was
I
that?
guess.
Just curiously. I didn't mean to ask you that.
For a man who's touched many a game, to not play
I don't
this
know.
one seems unusual.
GameCube for me, like, did it come out here in Australia? Like, I don't know if I was because when I was
Maybe it was
young, I could only. I don't know, like, a lot of games, if they didn't... I remember Pikmin 2 was another one, where if they didn't come out in Australia, like, straight away, I'd just miss them. And I was only, like, able to get, you know, what Mum would buy me from Target or something. So, like, you just
Britney's
couldn't buy a
dad's
game online.
The
You know?
simple days.
Yeah. So, like, I
Simpler
don't know why I
times.
missed it, but I've played all the other ones, and I've liked them. But everyone, obviously, is always going on about how this one is the best one. And, you kind of assume it's just like people being nostalgic, rose tinted glasses, etc. But like it is really good. Like it's a really great game, and I was happy to enjoy it, especially after like I tried Origami King while I was in Japan and I didn't like it as much. Yeah, just really, really solid writing, like funny writing. They do a lot of crazy things with the characters that they've never really done before. You know. Seeing like a toad that's like homeless as an example or something like that. Like they always do fun stuff in the Paper Mario games with that you don't normally see. And apparently Nintendo was like quite upset with the guys who made this game afterwards, and they had to like reel it back in.
Yeah, I kind of heard there was like a bit of like edginess to this game in comparison to like other Mario games. Is that the right word?
Yeah, I think they all have been a bit like that. Like in Origami King, there is like a whole subplot about a bob-omb that like kills himself because you know, he's a bob-omb, he explodes. Like that's the point. But like they actually make it about him being like a suicide bomber. Like it's stuff that's like not you would typically expect in Nintendo. But yeah, like the humor's funny. Like they kind of make fun of Mario. You know, Peach's role in it is very different to what her role normally is in these games. But it is turn-based, Ewan. So I don't know how.
Why did you have to say that?
Nah, just fucking play it. Just don't be stupid. Like,
These
promise
games are
it's
at
good,
least
because, like-
interactive, though. Like, it's not just
Yeah,
pushing
they
a
are.
button.
So-
like, it's...
so the battle system is like you put an input in, but then you've got to like maybe put another one in to get like max damage
like, you're
or
not
whatever.
passive.
And in the middle of battles and stuff, because each battle is set up like a theater show. You might have like a heckler in the audience who might be going to like throw a rock at you or something, and you have to press a button to kind of jump them. Like, you know what I mean? Like it keeps you
Like a
active.
quick time event?
Yeah, kind of. Like before quick time events existed, but kind of like that. But sometimes it might be a toad trying to throw you a healing item, and out of reflex, you might tap the button and bash the toad up by accident. But like,
That's cool.
yeah, like so, like even though it's turn based, you're always doing something. Like even like the odd time that I might be on my phone, stuff still happened, even though I was sitting on my menu. But yeah, very good game. They've done a lot to there's a lot of backtracking in the original. In this one, they've added like a new room with pipes that connect all the areas, so you've got like a kind of fast travel system. In the old game to change, because each character has like an ability they use in battle, but they also use in the field to explore and stuff. Almost very Metroidy. Like one of them has like a blow, like she can blow wind, and like she can blow like say paper off the
Sounds like
background.
Shannon
Yeah.
I pass wind myself.
Anyway, so yeah, like there's those in the past you had to switch between them in a menu, but now you just hold a shoulder button to switch them out. And that sounds like a small thing, but it's like a huge like pacing fix, I guess. Like because you're just not shuffling through menus all the time. And then there's like the obvious thing, it's like a visual improvement. I genuinely think like looking at the old one now, like it looks unfinished compared to the amount of depth and detail they've added to it with this remake. So yeah, like, I think it's a really good game. It really surprised me. I wasn't expecting to like it this much, but yeah.
As someone who has no idea about Paper Mario, I've never paid one any attention. How long are these games generally? Because like obviously if it was a Pokemon game, you usually expect 50, 60 hours or something out of those. Is this a bit more truncated, a bit shorter?
20 to 30 hours, I would say.
That's all right. That's not bad.
Yeah. There is some side stuff as well, and there's extra stuff that wasn't in the original that they don't want us to talk about like in detail, obviously. But yeah, I'd say 20 to 30 hours. You could definitely get more out of there. There is like a dungeon that you've got to get through like 100 levels, but that's like an optional kind of challenge that you can do for yourself. You unlock cool shit.
Yep.
And the other thing is like with the battle system, there's this badge system where you can kind of build your own Mario. So like if you have like badge points, and each badge takes up a certain amount of points, so you can say maybe have a really high HP but low damage kind of Mario, or like super high attack, but then because you've used those points up, you've got no points for HP. So you can kind of like on the fly switch.
So Mario Maker, if you will.
A little bit, but just for Mario.
Shannon,
like,
you
yeah,
played...
like
Oh, sorry, James.
Oh, no, I was just saying, it's very good. Like, it is a really solid game. I really was worried about how a turn-based game from, like, 2004 would feel today. Because even though I like them, they can be a bit slow, but this is not like that at all. I really encourage people to try it.
Nice. I was going to say, Shannon, I think you played a bit too, right? Did you enjoy it, or are you enjoying it as much?
Yeah, for some reason I had never played the original. I feel like I got a GameCube super late from memory, and this wasn't one that I picked up.
I did look it up a second ago, and we did get it a little bit late. It came out in July 2004 in Japan, and we didn't get it until November. But I don't know if that would have really made much of a difference.
It was standardish for that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always really liked the Paper Mario games and the Mario and Luigi games, purely because like they are turn-based, but it feels like you play a big role in battle and you don't lose interest, which is an important one for me. I'm only maybe an hour or two in, but like, yeah, I really think anyone could pick this up and get straight into it. Like, there's not a lot of preamble, or like it's not a slow start. Like, you're straight into the action within minutes, and it grabs you instantly, both from a story point of view, but the battle system as well.
And I think like
it's a good one.
A lot of RPGs do start quite slowly, but I don't think this is like that at all either. And just even the effort into the music, like there's like one piece of music, say, per area in the original, as an example. But now like each sub area will have a different piece of music. Like, there's almost triple the tracks, and they're all quite good new additions that still feel like they were there. I was actually shocked to discover that like that music wasn't there originally, because it would have been quite repetitive, like having the same soundtrack throughout like a whole dungeon or whatever. But there's a lot of effort gone into it. I think they've done a really good job.
Cool. And then the other game that you got some time with this week, although in a hands-on preview capacity, was Multiversus. Obviously, this is a kind of second attempt with Multiversus, but do you think it has a greater chance for success this second time around?
I hope so. Like I liked it the first time. I think like conceptually and mechanically it was really good. I think where they really faltered, and where they've kind of admitted to being the issue, is they kind of fucked up their content pipeline. Like they couldn't get stuff out quick enough, or Lord of the Rings I think was on the cards, and that changed licenses to Amazon halfway through, so they had to like scrap what was probably 2 months of content for them. They just could never catch up, right? So I feel like now they've probably been a bit more smart about that stuff. But I think, like, obviously having played it, there's a new PvE stuff. There's a lot more things to do than just fighting each other now. So, and lots of options to unlock stuff, which with these kinds of games where it's like free to play, you've got battle passes and stuff. I think that's important to maybe give people a lot of variety in the experiences, so it doesn't feel like as much of a grind. But that being said, like, I think we played for what, like 3 hours, and that we got enough free currency to unlock a character. Like, to me, that feels fine. I don't know if that pacing is going to change for the beta after the preview, or not. And then obviously you can skip the queue with real money. But it seemed fair and reasonable, and there's a lot of stuff to work towards. And I think, like, just seeing, say, you know, Banana Guard, Jason Voorhees, and Agent Smith are like and Joker are like their launch season 1 characters. Like, I feel like that really does a good job of highlighting how much potential there is to have such like a big variety in the roster and stuff.
Yeah. James and I played together, and like I think we both liked it the first time when we played it. But it seemed to just fall off a cliff. And I do have, like, it is better, and you can see the improvements and things that are more thought out. But I don't want to speak for James, but I think I hope that they've got it sorted in terms of, like, this first drop is a really good content drop, and it feels like there's a good platform there. But I still think there's going to be a lot of work in keeping characters and content coming to it.
I think that's the thing. Like, when we preview these games, like I feel like I've probably previewed or reviewed this game 3 times, but like it is the same concern. Like, every time is like these service games live or die on the service. So hopefully they have got it. But I feel like if they have, there's already a really strong fighting game underneath. I know a lot of people say it's slow, but I feel like you have to, if you play it, it doesn't feel as slow. I don't know if Shannon agrees or not, but like I definitely like to watch it. It does look a bit slow, which reminds me of Smash on the Wii U. But also, like Smash on the Wii U, when you actually got your hands on it, I feel like it was still quite fast feeling. So yeah, I heartily recommend it. I think another Smash Bros competitor is like has the potential, and I think the WB canon, as much as, like, you know, they own everything, there's just so much potential there. Like Wizard of Oz, I think, is rumored now, like being able to play as the Wicked Witch and stuff would be a cool thing.
I think that this game does suit
Godzilla,
like the Switch, and I think that, like, I could see a lot of Switch owners really enjoying it. So I think I don't know if it's going to come to the OG Switch, but I think, like, obviously Switch 2, it'd be a big one. And I think that it'd pick up a big audience there, so that'd be cool to see down the track, if not soon.
I think it's worth mentioning it's free to play.
And Xbox at the start, right? Yeah.
It's everything except Switch.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that also just speaks to them making sure they've got their pipeline down pat before they start doing too much, spinning too many plates, if you will.
And James said free to play. I don't know, the marketing for this still feels a little bit weird, but yeah, I think free to play, jump in, give it a go. I think it's worth at least jumping into and unlocking some characters, or playing with friends. It's a fun time.
I must admit, like, as much as I'm kind of hearing you say, like, they seem geared up to put out a more solid sort of content pipeline off the launch of this, I feel so much contingent on the kind of launch of the game. Like, that content pipeline is surely dependent on the kind of community that's there sort of day one for this game. And I worry that, or having already kind of had a launch and sort of rebranding that launch, so to speak, that's kind of not going to set it off on the right sort of foot. That being said, people seem to have, like, more capacity for games as a service titles than I imagine they do. Like, it always surprises me that a game kind of, like, does as well as it does. I'm curious to see how X Defiant has sort of done in its kind of first couple of weeks. I've been playing a bunch of that over last week and with some mates, and we've all been really enjoying it, and surprised me that, like, we've all kind of jumped into something new. So maybe, like, the net's out, So,
I know, like, a lot of people that are playing X Defiant. I think that's the important thing, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you've got 20 million players one day if they all stop playing after a week. Like, you'd rather have a smaller base that keeps coming back for weeks or months.
And word of mouth will grow it as well, which I think is what a lot of Helldivers' success was too. So.
Yeah. You kind of do need that sort of passionate community that are kind of there long term to support it for sure. Hopefully it finds it.
I want to see this one succeed though. Like, it's the team's first game. It was a really good first effort, I think.
I think so too.
And it sounds like they've got all the fundamentals of like a good kind of fighting game, right? Like
even just like the little things, like the stuff that it does differently from, like I say this in my preview, but the stuff that it does differently from Smash Bros, like it's really built around 2v2. So every character has abilities that will... So, like, Rain Dog, who's the original character made for this game that I hate, but he has an ability where, like, he can tether to the other person on his team, and if anyone touches that tether, they take damage, but it's, like, also a support. Like, if someone gets blown out of the arena, you can pull them back in with the tether. Like, like, Wonder Woman's shield can be used to, like, shield the other person from damage, but also has a shield bash. Like, it's built to be... Every character is built to be support and... defense, which I think is really cool.
I just looked up a picture of Rain Dog. How can you not like Rain Dog? He's adorable.
Nah, there's something about him. I don't like him. I think it's the smile. That damn smile.
But and the little love heart between his antlers.
Oh, and he's got like 80 skins already. It's like so ridiculous. Like I get it. They can do whatever they want, I guess, without licensing. But, in that roster, there's already like obviously Black Adam's in there. They obviously thought that was going to be a big thing with the rock skin as well. So it's already, there are some aspects of it that already feel dated in that way. But they could add Barbie. Like the movie was Warner Bros. Like this, I feel like this Harry Potter, the sky really is the limit for them. Mortal Kombat, King Kong.
It's interesting. It's like coming at a time where we've got like the Funko Pops of the game around the corner as well, and like I mentioned X-Defiant as well, but that's like obviously all Ubisoft characters in there too. Everyone's just like making use of their licenses right now. It's impressive. Anyhow, let's crack on because we got to get into these predictions. I can see Brody is there patiently waiting to share his predictions. It does kick off in a little over a week, Summer Game Fest. It's right around the corner. Already the leaks are kind of starting to appear all over the place, with Doom the Dark Ages reportedly set to be revealed at Xbox Showcase, and a new Astrobot game reportedly in the works. An announcement for that could be imminent if the rumors are to be believed. So to kind of get ahead of the leaks, we're going to share our predictions today. As a quick recap, we've got the opening Summer Game Fest showcase, the Xbox Showcase, the PC Gaming Show, and the Day of the Devs, and an Ubisoft Forward, amongst others. So there's heaps of opportunities for games to be revealed throughout the course of the festival. But yeah, let's go one prediction at a time. I think we're each going to share 3. And Brody, why don't you kick things off?
All right, sure. Now, I thought we were taking this pretty seriously with like some sort of scoring system, so mine are pretty boring.
We could do a scoring system.
So my
Shall
first
I take
one,
a record?
it's Time to Ride the Log. Corey Barlog's new game, his new IP. It's going to be revealed at some stage, likely at this Sony thing if it does eventuate, or kickoff, could be there, and it'll be slated for a Q1 2025 release.
Oh,
just as a little tip of the hat for you there.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel that.
What I guess is giving you the confidence that this is going to happen?
Just time.
Does it just feel time? Yeah.
It just feels like it's time. Like, how long has it been since? Well, 2018. So it's been 6 years.
And he was teasing this years ago, I feel, on Twitter and stuff. So,
if I'm not mistaken, they've split into kind of 2 teams essentially.
Yeah,
right?
he didn't direct Ragnarok, so.
Right. Does that extend to like the kind of production team as well, or like?
I think they've got a couple of teams. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess Ragnarok doesn't feel that long ago, but it probably was now, right? Was that like 2-3 years ago?
2. Yeah.
2.
Yeah. And then Valhalla obviously came out in the meantime, but that can't have been a kind of too big a task, I suppose.
Yeah. I think it's time.
I like it.
The only reason I think this one could fall over is because I could see this being like a PS5 Pro showpiece game, and I don't see that getting announced in the May-June period. But apart from that, I think you're on the money.
Look, I might jump in with my prediction next, because I feel like it's at odds with Brody's.
Oh, fucking hell. Why's everyone against me all of a sudden?
Well, maybe like it's, one of us going to be proven right, the other wrong.
Corey Barlog will not reveal his game. It's
not that expensive.
He'll retire.
So My prediction was that Wolverine is going to get a trailer with a release date of early 2025.
Oh,
I feel like that's
low hanging
more
fruit.
likely.
Thank you, James.
Ewan's
That's
just
the answer.
reading off the release schedule that leaked.
Wait, is there a release schedule? Oh, right.
I
up
don't-
there.
there was. Yeah.
I thought that wasn't caught up in like the Insomniac hack. Was
think it
that?
was.
Yeah,
was
it
that?
was. We got so much stuff.
Very, very
That-
clear.
that
it was.
leak-
build and all.
That
Because
leak excited
I know Jeff Grubb had talked
me.
about it potentially coming out late 2024, and
Oh,
I
Grubb
always
was about
felt like
everything,
that
though.
was too soon. But like I feel like we would kind of know more about it if that was the case. But I reckon early 2025 works for me.
As long as it works for you.
Maybe they'll both come out. Maybe it'll just be a banger year for PlayStation.
Well, I'm sure
starting with
PlayStation
2
won't come
bangers.
out and just show one game. Like we know very little of what they've got coming up in the next few
I was going to
years,
ask
so-
about that because we don't have confirmation of a PlayStation showcase, right? Like, do we think it's just going to be concentrated into the Summer Game Fest announcements?
It's looking less likely by the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
The rumors are that they were going to have a state of play potentially, not a showcase. Yeah, tricky. I think I'll have something, but I still think this isn't a prediction that they will have like a showcase when they're showing the Pro, and they'll go again
Yeah.
with games.
And there was talk of that kind of being June, July, right? The showcase. Maybe they
I
just
think
kind of
now
don't.
May was the
I think
grubby
people
grub
were
grub
just
rumor
Assuming. Yeah.
this week. The announcement tonight. Straight after this, you can expect the second we stop
literally.
recording.
I'll hit export and then the announcement will happen. All right, Shannon, what is your first prediction?
I'll stick with PlayStation 2. It's a little... it's not as... I don't know. I said that PlayStation will bring back a game that has been... A game or franchise that has been lost on PS3. So, Resistance. I said Infamous, even though that has had a PS4 iteration, but I feel like it was a PS3 franchise. I feel like it's time for
Yeah.
them to come back with a Resistance, an Infamous... what else was on the PS3? I don't know. But so many games lost to that era...
Who
that
did
had
Resistance again?
Insomniac.
I mean,
It could be a
unless they get
collection.
somebody-
It could be a
unless-
remaster.
Yeah,
It could
you
be
could-
whatever they want.
Like,
It
it
will
could be
not
a
be a new
Blue
entry,
Point
like-
thing,
yeah.
or
Well, that's
we
true.
still
Blue
don't know
Point's
what
doing their own
Ben
thing.
up to.
Well, that's true. Blue Point are meant to be doing
Could
their
be
own
Sly
IP.
Cooper. It could be
Whatever it's
Heavenly
gonna be.
Sword.
It's gone. Well, can it be that?
I don't know. Let me dream. You know what? I'll go with. They're both good. Resistance and Infamous are both good, but Resistance, like Sony doesn't have.
But what's it going to be? Is it
So
So
gonna be
you're
a
doubling
collection?
down on
like that.
Resistance? You're saying it's going to be Resistance.
No,
That's
I'm
coming
not.
back.
I'm not. I'm saying Infamous or Resistance is my
Okay.
prediction. Maybe both. Why not?
Just for the record,
Okay.
Insomniac's leaked slate suggested that their Venom game would come next year, and that Wolverine would be 2026. So,
But look,
Ah.
I don't
Hopefully
think
they've canned
Insomniac
that
or
Venom
Sucker
game.
Punch will
Yeah.
do either of them. I think it will be, I don't know, Studio Japan back from the dead.
yes.
to work on
Wolverine
them.
was announced like 3 years ago. I
It's,
just
welcome,
don't-
welcome to the life of an Xbox person, pal. We were just
Games-
talking about
yeah.
State of Decay.
Games take long now, Yui.
Yeah, but I'm just like, we haven't had a Venom game announced. Like, surely, I don't know.
I think
just
it was meant to
seems
be
weird.
a Miles Morales-esque, like, mini
Yeah.
midquel, as they call them.
Ooh.
But wait, that was after Wolverine, right? That's what
No.
you said. Still,
No,
It was
no.
before.
2025
Wolverine's
apparently
after.
for...
Yeah.
I can't
Okay.
see that, though. I don't know.
It would make sense because we haven't had any story DLC confirmed for 2, right? But
Well, maybe
that was
that's all it is,
heavily
yeah.
referenced. Maybe
Might
that
be an
should my
expansion of
prediction.
sorts.
And that did. Sorry if spoilers, but it did feel like a lot of character, and I'm sure a lot of dev time for like a 5-minute thing. So
I
yeah.
think you've danced around that pretty
Oh,
elegantly.
yes, right. It's, okay, I know the spoilers you're referencing.
Maybe
Yeah.
they were going to do a Madam Web expansion.
Well, I mean, the whole
movie
like
was too good.
Carnage
Yeah.
stuff. Like, I would have thought
Dakota
that, but maybe
Johnson
that plays
in
into
Spider-Man
the
2.
Venom stuff. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't really know enough about the comics, to be honest.
Jamsy hit us.
Yeah, Jams.
Oh,
We
I have
just
a
gave you
dream-
so many
okay, my-
ideas.
my dream one, but the more we talk about everything, makes me realize it's not happening. It's like Sony is going to bring back Siphon Filter and let Bend make it.
Because
obviously They've referenced that in Days Gone, but obviously I don't
Another
think that's
game
going to
never
happen.
coming back.
Yeah, I was like so excited at the rumor that Medieval 2 was coming back, but apparently that's not happening either. But Siphon Filter is like my big dream one. Like it's one of my favorite games ever. I miss it dearly.
Why are you laughing, Shannon?
Because
I don't know.
just when he said my big dream, I don't know, it was just funny. But no, I agree. I'd like to see that.
Laughing at James's dreams. Fuck.
A more boring Sony one is I feel like they will. It's not even a Sony one per se. I feel like Capcom will re-reveal Pragmata,
Oh.
and it's gonna have.
Oh my god.
Yeah, see,
I forgot all about it. Yeah.
literally.
So was that a little
gonna
2
be
for
like-
1, or which one's your prediction?
Yeah, that's. I was gonna quiz you on
Let's just.
that.
Are we doing one for each pub? Is that what
No,
we're doing?
no, not necessarily.
Okay. Let's just go with both.
I mean, we could just
reckon
go in
both will
reverse
happen.
order. So like James.
Okay, so James has gone last and then
Then
first
we go back
again.
to Shannon, back to
Do you
back to
have
Brody.
more than
confusing.
that and another one, James, or is that
I have a Nintendo one and an Xbox.
Hang on, let's not
okay?
just.
That's fine.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
I'm getting confused. Let's just press on.
we've all done one. Let's keep it going.
So
Brody.
wait, which one am I logging? Is your official prediction? The Capcom Pragmata
nah, do
reveal
the
or
Cap-
Siphon?
The other one. Siphon's
the Siphon
exciting.
Filter, that won't happen. So just do the Capcom one.
I know what's gonna. I know what's gonna happen. Like the Siphon Filter announcement's gonna happen, and then James could be like, "See, I told you," and I'm like,
Exactly.
"Wasn't your official prediction?"
I'm just doing the Jeff Grubb thing where I guess every possible outcome, and
Yeah,
then everyone's
really.
like, "Wow!" Like,
Wow, he's an insider.
yeah. Oh, wait, no, we can't talk about that yet. Anyway, no. I was just gonna
alright.
say I was right about Resident Evil 9, but that hasn't been revealed yet. So
Shit.
let's move on.
I don't know if you are big like Jeff Gribe inside of the
No,
political stuff now.
I
or...
predicted something, and it seems to be true. But anyway,
Right.
James, Brody.
Yeah, let's loop back to Brody.
Okay, I think in Xbox's showcase, they will announce that Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy 16 are coming to Xbox.
That's
Might
nice.
be too soon, but you never know.
I think it is.
One can hope. It's not too soon for remake. Not at all. That
No.
could definitely come.
I do
One-
sort of feel though that if they announce
or
remake
both of
without
those will
rebirth,
come.
it's going to be like, well, we really are like lagging far
Yeah,
behind.
I
aren't
almost feel like that'd be
we?
offensive.
They need to happen together. Yeah.
can I add on to that?
It doesn't officially. Yeah, go on, and I'll see if I
we're
want to
discussing
use
it,
it.
James. Yeah.
I'll see if I
I
want to
think,
use
ins-
it.
I think instead you'll get like a Star Ocean 2 announcement and Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster
Okay.
announcement.
Based on James's
Keep
feedback,
them-
I'm going to pivot. Square Enix will
be
announce
there.
something for Xbox coming out.
Oh, that's pretty good. Well, we
Yeah,
already
okay.
know that
Forspoken.
because of Dragon Quest, but Forspoken 2 exclusively.
Something
Yeah.
that's not Dragon Quest.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'll
Cool.
pivot to that.
I like it. I'm gonna stick with Xbox then. There's too many predictions I want to make. I
Let's
actually
just
have
keep
three
going.
Xbox predictions.
Just say them all and we'll go through them.
All right, we'll do like our honorable mentions list at the end. Then. So my prediction is Kojima will tease a little bit more about OD Overdrive during Summer Game Fest. It'll be the big showcase with Keighley Overdose. And he's going to reveal, which I'm definitely sure I've spoken about this on the podcast before, he's going to reveal that Ari Aster has also contributed to the project. I'm still convinced that this is like an anthology series and that he's just collaborating with his favorite horror directors. But I think he'll just say, and Ari Aster is on board, and he'll get wheeled out on the stage, and there'll be like
Wheeled
Midsommar
out.
and Hereditary.
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
He
He's
directed
the director of
Hereditary,
Midsommar and
Midsommar.
Hereditary. But
And
he was
Balls of
photographed
Fire.
like visiting the studio. They hung out and got some food or whatever. Which I just sort of feel like they would want to work together.
Kojima does
So
not
that's
have
my
lunch with anyone who he's not working with. That's a
literally.
fact.
And I don't think Ari Aster is going to like play a cameo character. Like I think he would be involved in the writing of something somehow. So
You could be
anyway.
on something there.
Do we think we'll be getting a release date or like
No.
a window for that game
No,
at this point?
I think this is just like, hey, Overdose is still a thing. Here's Ari Aster for a bit of Hollywood power.
That's
Job
it.
done. Yeah.
His last movie
Enjoy.
was
Maybe
such a hit.
maybe they'll then segue into like something about the A24 Death Stranding film. They'll I don't know, they'll announce someone has been confirmed for a role in the film or
Why
something.
the
I don't
Death
know.
Stranding film at the Xbox conference?
No,
That's
no,
not
this
Xbox.
is in the Summer Game Fest showcase, not the
okay.
Xbox conference.
I thought you said sticking with Xbox, but anyway.
Well, OD is that is an Xbox.
Yeah,
thing,
I guess.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
okay.
Death-
Yeah.
Anyway,
Death Stranding
I
isn't,
think
but it'll
I
just be the
could see that
Kojima
happening
power hour, you
because-
know?
I can see the
Yeah.
Kojima synergy, but I don't see the Xbox
Yeah.
PlayStation synergy.
Poor you.
Anyway.
I think Jeff and Kojima are hand in hand. Apple.
They
Yeah,
are.
I think Jeff and
Yeah.
Kojima, that
With their
relationship
power,
trumps any
anything can
allegiances to
happen.
Xbox
Yes.
and PlayStation. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Fair
Kojima
enough.
does what he wants.
Anyhow, just forget all the Death Stranding aspect. That's bonus stuff. I'm focusing in on the OD part for the prediction. Overdose.
Fair.
I
Shannon.
will stick with Xbox. I do have two, but I'll save my other one for a bonus. I'm going to say at least 3 Xbox Studio games at the showcase will be confirmed for PS5. And then just for a bonus
Whoa.
fun, COD, obviously. Doom, the new Doom, which is rumored, but would still be big. And then I'm going to say Indiana Jones or Starfield, one of those. I think probably Starfield is more likely with the expansion will be confirmed to come to PS5 this holiday. But yeah, prediction 3 Xbox Studio games, COD inclusive, will be confirmed for
Question.
PS5.
Do you think that they confirm that they're coming to PlayStation 5 during these showcases, though?
Not during the actual showcase, but I think in
Like
a
in a
follow-up
blog
in the
post
blogs
after.
after
blog
or something like
post,
Yeah.
PR. Yeah.
Well, I don't think that counts. It has to be the showcase.
No, that counts.
the
It's like
games
something
that are
Game Fest
shown
is
will
like
be
that
revealed
week,
for...
basically.
Yes, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Do we Indiana Jones? Have they said that's Xbox exclusive or?
No, well,
It was
It's a-
rumored in that drop when this was all happening with
Oh, that it
Starfield.
was coming to PlayStation. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that. I think it will come to PlayStation. I think it'd be pretty shit to announce it. Then I don't think they will. I think Starfield is more likely given they've got what they needed to out of that. I think to drop that this holiday. Doom, I know that's rumored. That kind of does surprise me a little bit too, that would come to PS5 day and date.
Doom is
As
a
well.
big seller though, right? Like that's those
Yeah, but
last
I
couple of
guess
games have done
I would
well, right?
assume
don't wanna-
there were 3 SKUs being made, like, before it all went down. That's it's too much to just scrap them,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
given how long ago Eternal came out.
They did that with Redfall, but maybe they learned their lesson. Not to.
I guess it's on
different-
Game Pass or you're
the
paying
scale
$100
and scope
for
of
it.
those
So.
projects, I think,
Well,
are a little bit different.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. James, we're back to you.
Mine is
What are your
that
dreams?
Perfect Dark will be shown,
Yeah.
is in
Oh.
good health, and
Oh.
the newest trailer will reinvigorate the whole press start team's passion for it.
I thought the first one was your
Is
dream.
that just you, inclusive of you?
No, yeah,
You
yeah, of course.
only.
Yeah.
Reinvigorate Prescott's passion. Okay.
Well, because
I'm just
everyone's
keeping
like,
notes here.
but like now we can all be like excited and
That
fun.
implies that there was ever passion to begin with, doesn't it?
Oh, okay. Well,
Is
No,
it
look, I'd be
possible for the
excited
game
for
to
it.
be in good health at this point in time?
That'd be the most
given
surprising
it's-
thing.
Yeah.
well, it has been reported both ways, so who knows?
Yeah, literally.
Like it literally has been.
Schrodinger's cat
Yeah,
on stage.
I think they have to show something. It's been, I want to say 4 years almost, maybe 5. I think 4. And yeah, that's their big studio. That's the one they made a massive deal about building with all of those
Quadruple A.
heads. Yeah, that some have left. So I think there's no better time than now to do exactly what you've said and restore faith.
What's
or-
more likely,
no.
that or State of Decay 3?
Or Fable.
I do sort of
Fable
feel like,
we've had since.
given the kind of negative, like the negative news Xbox has had to share, like what feels, I was going to say the last kind of month, but it feels like it might have been a bit longer than that. They could kind of turn things around a little bit, I think, by having a really kind of banger showcase and announcing a string of titles on the way. Like, I don't think it's going to totally wash the bad taste out of people's mouths, but
It'll help.
like
They've been
they
saying
need
that for
some good
a
news
decade.
and they need some positive headlines. And I feel like if they kind of come out of the gate swinging here, then it could help. Maybe. Where are we? Brody, back to you. Your final prediction? We could keep going forever on this. This is fun.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed will have a big presence during Ubi's Forward, but
Oh.
it won't just be Shadows. They're going to go as far as joining XDefiant as a new faction. Because they're not currently in it, I don't believe.
No, they're not.
Very
I
exciting.
don't know
So
how
enough
that
about
would work.
that.
But,
I had to Google it.
so X Defiant, there's lots of guns.
That's okay.
How do you?
There was guns in Assassin's Creed 2. Kind of.
Yeah, in like Unity maybe, or the third one.
That single loaded thing that Leonardo
Yeah.
gives you.
Don't let that trouble you. Like Ariana Grande's never used a gun, but she's in Fortnite. Well, I don't know. I don't want to presume about Ariana.
Okay, cool. I hope so. I'm enjoying X Defiant.
It's such
a
a big property. Like I feel like it'd be. Like,
Assassins would be cool.
Does it
but-
matter that they haven't used
Like,
guns? Like it's just skins.
I didn't know that
No,
X Defiant was about
it's Splinter
their
Cell,
properties.
it's the Division, it's Watch Dogs. Like
Is
the
it-
maps are
So
all
it's
kind of
Tom- it's-
inspired
is it
by the
Watch Dogs?
games.
Is that
Ghost
is it-
Recon.
wait.
Yeah,
Is Watch Dogs in there?
Watch Dogs is in there. Yeah, as
Oh.
like that's the kind of character faction that you unlock like into the game.
Maybe
I
they'll have
haven't
like
yet unlocked it.
crossbows. Like that's kind of the vibe.
I'm very curious to see
I don't know.
how that would work balance wise, but hey, it could.
No, it'll be assassins shooting full blown M15s and everything. It's gonna be.
I think Assassin's Creed Just Dance DLC instead. Dance to Ezio's theme.
out on Wii.
I feel like
Yeah.
the Just Dance hype is finally dead.
What do you mean finally? As if we were waiting for it to die.
But I feel like it's always been a massive thing, but I feel like it's over.
Do you
just
think
don't
we're
hear about
getting
it at
a?
all.
Do you think we're getting a dance number this year at the UB Ford?
No.
No.
I
First time
know.
ever they don't do a dance number.
It's coming
No
to
more
X
dancing.
Defiant.
Imagine
Just
if they
Dance, all the
announced
silhouettes.
like Just Dance TikTok though, and it was like just TikTok trending songs.
That would probably go off.
That
actually.
would pop off. Yeah.
You should trademark that right now.
It's just espresso by
Rocksmith
Sabrina
still
Carpenter
coming?
on
It's
loop.
Rocksmith. Rocksmith.
Is that
Hasn't Rocksmith
yeah.
been out for fucking ages?
no? Didn't they announce Rocksmith Plus?
Yeah,
And you, like-
I think it's been in
I think
beta
it's
on phone
out.
for ages. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
It's
No,
no
coming
surprise
to
you missed it.
I fear.
Brody, I reckon you have convinced me around X Defiant. Actually, I think like at the very least it would be Assassin's Creed themed maps, which would
That's what I'm
totally make
saying.
sense. Yeah,
that's
What
what
about Rabbids
That's all I'm saying.
in X Defiant?
Add rabbits to X Defiant.
Anything's
I did
possible.
joke about that the other day. I was like, "Where's Rayman? Put him in here." Okay, it's my turn again, isn't it?
I think it's me. Is it? Or is it? No, it is Ewan. Go.
Ghost of Tsushima 2 will be announced without a release date. That's my prediction. We'll get a trailer. It'll be confirmed. It's happening.
Surely we need
That'll be
release
it.
dates at this point. There's nothing in
well,
the slate.
My thinking is that we've just had the game come out on PC, and it's
Sure.
done really well. Like I think it set like a record for like their largest ever PC release or something, right? Which if that's true and it's like surpassed Helldivers, I think that's pretty impressive.
I think it's
I don't think
single
that can
player.
be true. Yeah.
Single
Yeah,
player.
I don't
okay,
think it's
cool.
Helldivers, but the rest.
Right, okay. So I don't think they want to take too much wind out of the sails of that and announce a release date that's kind of too soon. But they'll maybe kind of treat it as a bit of opportunity, like, hey, Ghost of Tsushima 2 is coming. You can get the first on PC now. Make sure you go and play it in anticipation for this game coming at some point in the future.
Yeah, okay.
That's my sort of thinking.
It's yeah.
And it's time.
I
I'm
don't-
so ready for Ghost of Tsushima 2.
It is time, but would you be as keen? Like, will you play Assassin's Creed, and would you still be keen for both of those?
I would
if
still
they
be keen for
announced?
both. Like, I'm
And
at
would-
this...
And would
At
you
this
rather play
point-
that or an Infamous collection that they could be working on instead?
I do really
No more
want
collections.
the Infamous
With the side
games
of
to be
resistance.
Yeah.
available. Like I love Infamous 1 and 2. I would love for them to kind of be made available, but not at the expense of
Oh,
Ghost
I
of
was
Tsushima
being
2.
wholly facetious. I didn't actually think you'd answer that. Sorry.
I would rather Infamous. I didn't gel with Ghost of Tsushima, but I do want to go back to it.
Controversial.
You really should. It's a great game, and the multiplayer as well was also banging. Yeah,
James is not impressed.
Shannon, it is now your turn.
I have said that the first Nintendo Switch 2 game will be revealed by Nintendo in the June Direct. I've said June Direct. I don't know if they actually said it. I think they did say June Direct, didn't they? And I've gone one further and said it would be Super Mario Odyssey 2. So I don't think they're going to say it's a Nintendo Switch 2 game, but I think it will be a launch title for the Switch 2. a la
Oh,
Breath of
you're
the
really
Wild.
playing the long game with this. Like, we're not going to know that this prediction plays out until like a year from now.
Okay, they're going to announce Super Mario Odyssey 2, and you know what? When
Okay.
it gets announced as the Switch 2 launch title, come see me.
I'm literally gonna have to come visit you in your office. It sounds I'm being summoned.
And I'll slap you into next year. Yeah. I'm
Okay,
keen to
cool.
see what Nintendo are doing. I feel like we just don't know anything, and they're doing a direct, which I would assume they would just go quiet for the next year. So, yeah, Super Mario Odyssey 2. We've spoken at length how they just sort of pushed that out and then never gave it major DLC. So,
Yeah.
I hope they're saving it for a sequel.
I personally sort of feel like we're not going to hear about Mario Odyssey 2 until it is like being confirmed as a launch title for the Switch 2. I think those two announcements coincide.
We'll see.
They've ruled out making any mention of the Switch 2 in this.
Yeah,
period,
but
right?
look, my thinking is they're going to have to show it at some point before it leaks, right? The look of it. And I wouldn't put it past them showing the console and then not saying anything else.
I reckon
with
I
Super
could
Mario
draw
Odyssey
this
2
thing
on
for
the
you
screen.
now based on the amount of leaks. Like
Yeah,
It's
I
just
know it's not going to be
the
dramatically
Switch, but
different,
with
but
magnets on the side.
they're going to want to ramp up production because the whole thing was like they wanted to be ready with 20 million units, right? So I think they'll announce it. They
Yeah.
won't make a big deal out of it beforehand, but I think they're going to show it at some point. And no better time than the June Direct, I feel.
I mean, I would be here for
Thoughts?
it. It's true.
Yeah. I think they're gonna do Mario Zelda, and Mario feels better.
It's on a high
Yeah.
at the moment. Mario is flying.
Yeah, agreed.
He's having a moment.
Why?
Oh, Mario.
Like I feel like I've just said the most insane prediction in the world. Like you're all stunned.
No, I think it's fine. What do you want me to say? Do you want me to
I
disagree?
don't know. I don't know.
I can
Sure, that'd
disagree
be
for
more
you, but
tantalizing than silence.
okay.
Dead air.
I've said my piece.
Yeah.
James, what do you feel? Did you have something more to add? Do
said
you want to
my
now talk
piece.
about Mario?
So you didn't say fucking anything.
I did. I said
Anyway.
we're not going to see Super
Just get
Mario
the Mario
Odyssey
hat on
until,
and jump on board, baby.
Silly.
until they're ready to show you the Switch 2. You're not seeing Mario Odyssey. That was my piece. I said that.
All right, James.
James, what
Can
is
I
it?
say? Can I say two?
Well, we're gonna do
I've
an
got one
honorable
more.
We're going
mention.
to do
are we?
honorable mentions. I got more. I want
Pick
to say.
So-
one.
Do your one and then do your honorable mention.
Okay. I think that Nintendo will reveal one final great game for the Switch.
Metroid
And
4.
it's probably... No, it's not
Oh.
that. Probably going to be Donkey Kong related.
Ooh.
Something to do with monkeys and bananas.
Be something to do with
Paper
monkeys
Escape.
Super Monkey
and
Ball.
bananas.
Like, it might not be Donkey Kong. It could be like, I don't know, Dixie Kong's
Cranky Kong's Quest.
trip.
Banana Adventure.
Surfing
The
USA.
only
Yeah.
constants are monkeys and bananas. Nice. I did.
Yeah.
I did not complete my homework and finish Donkey Kong Country 2. I'm sorry to say, James, but I did
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's...
play the first level.
Just for
Well, play more.
clarification, what if they announce more than one great game for Switch to come?
I don't think
Is
they
that
will. I think they're going to be
just
still
one?
quite
It's just going to be a
guarded.
direct, and it's going to be one game.
They're gonna say Donkey
no.
Kong.
no.
is
They're
coming.
going to
I
announce
think-
multiple
At last.
games, but only one will be great.
I think it's going to be a shitload of ports. Yeah.
Do you think the
Yeah,
Zelda
I can
ports
see
finally
it.
it
come?
makes sense to me. Yeah.
Twilight Princess.
Yeah, I reckon there'll be some
Oh.
3D Zelda ports.
But
But
Wind Waker.
that
That's
wouldn't
not-
quantify as
but
a
that's so
great game.
boring.
Like you wouldn't classify a Zelda port as a great
That's
game.
two great games.
No, I mean like, so like you've had like Odyssey, Wonder, like all of these very heavy hitters, like critically and commercially, like they're going to get something like that.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
hope so. Donkey Kong deserves
I
it.
like it.
I just feel like there's like a lot of people thinking that it's just going to be ports for the rest of the year while they're kind of biding their time, holding the good shit for Switch 2. But I do feel like they've got one more hit left in them.
Do you?
And the
Especially for
install
the
base
holiday.
is
This is,
huge on the Switch.
Do you think that this would have been a Switch 2?
Yes, Ewan. Sorry, Shannon.
He's just frozen on my screen. Can you
Yeah,
see that?
yeah, he has. Yeah, he has.
Do you think that this would have been a Switch 2
I
launch
think-
title if it wasn't for the delays? I don't even.
Do I think what would have been the Switch 2? My hypothetical
Donkey
Kong
Kong.
game.
Like, do you? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be cross-gen, like cross-gen launch, just like Zelda 2.
This is going off
Okay.
rails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and what's
sorry,
your,
I think
and
my
what-
internet
what's
was
your,
like giving up there.
That's a tantalizing round of predictions, everybody. James, what would be
It
your
is.
your bonus one? Your pie in the sky hope.
I've got two now.
No. Come on. We're 45
you
minutes
Okay,
can
now.
I've got...
hit us
Wait.
with them.
No,
Make
I'm
it
gonna,
quick.
I'm going to give you one quickly, which is I think there'll be a new Resident Evil announced still. I'm still sticking to that. But my main one was I think Tears of the Kingdom will get some kind of expansion. And then a complete edition will be on Switch 2.
All right, beautiful. Yui, what's your...
Can you hear
Tertiary.
me? Am I coming through?
Yes, you're back. Wow.
God, there's a lot of lag right now. I don't know what is going on my internet. Okay, I do have some bonus ones. My bonus
Just shit 'em out.
prediction
Shit 'em
number
out and we'll move
on is my first bonus is that Everwild from Rare will get a tentative release date of next year, and we'll get a trailer of that.
Oh,
I sort of feel
crazy.
like they're going to
Baffling.
ride the wave, so to speak, of like Sea of Thieves coming out on
And
PlayStation. I
It's
think that's
just
doing well, and
a wildlife photography game.
Oh.
I hope not. Like they're a Pokemon Snap, if you will.
Mm.
No, I hope not. And my second, another Xbox one, Double Fine will announce a new game, and it will be a
That was
new
one of
IP.
mine.
Ah,
Banjo Kazooie.
Can you repeat that?
No. He said Double Fine will announce a new IP.
For me, I'm doubling down on last year and saying Everwild, State of Decay 3, and Fable will all not be shown at the Xbox showcase again. And
That's
I
reasonable.
was going to add Perfect Dark into that, but I'm going to leave it just because I want it to happen for James.
You don't want to bully James.
I'll keep it to those three.
did you
I
want
don't
to
think-
include
I
Hellblade
don't-
2 in there again as well?
Yeah, that won't be shown. So let's.
Imagine, you've just
Yeah.
given me the thought. Imagine if Everwild winds up being like a Viva Pinata Pokemon Snap game. I'd actually be here for that. that would be good. Come on, James.
Bring Beaver Pinata back.
Bring it back.
I'd-
It's not what they need. I just don't think they need to spend time on Everwild at this point in their life.
Just cancel it. Get rid of
They
it.
don't need
Yeah.
to
Shut
do
it.
anything.
Nah, they definitely don't need to do that.
Put them back on Donkey Kong. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Fable, yes. State of Decay 3, no.
Okay.
Next.
I was also going to say Double Fine, so I won't use that one. I think a new trailer for Routine will come out. That cool sci-fi looking one that we saw a couple of years ago at the Xbox thing, or maybe last year. That was a vibe. I think it's time for that again.
It's a bit borzo.
A bit what? Oh my god. Fuck
the
this
inside
guy.
voice came out.
Nah. Nah, that did look good. I agree. Mick Gordon's doing the soundtrack, right? That one?
Oh, I don't
Is
know,
that the
James.
one?
I didn't think you cared about it, but anyway, let's move on. Xbox
I'm never feigning interest again.
will also
Doom's
reveal
going to be announced.
Xbox will also reveal their Sabila Pro controller that's going to rival the DualSense and all that sort of shit, which won't happen. But if it does, you heard it here first.
I really hope it does. I don't know.
Wait.
Yeah.
Their rumored Pro controller refresh thing. Oh, he's gone again.
Did you say Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Xbox.
Sorry. Audio listeners, I imagine you're laughing at my dumb face there.
My God,
Don't-
literally.
Don't Xbox like have a Pro controller? What am I
No, not
missing?
the
Yeah,
Pro.
not the
It means
Elite.
like a dual-
Not the Elite UE.
It's like a dual sense.
It's like their DualSense competitor with
style.
haptics.
It was just a refresh controller with like lift to
to
wake,
be more in,
Gotcha.
yeah, more in line with the DualSense, which is
built-in
He said
industry
battery,
leading,
which
if
is
you will.
huge.
Okay,
All right.
I'm following you.
We did
Nice.
Bring
All
back
right.
the trash can, I say.
This is going to be a good
I
one on
think
Wiki, I
we've
feel.
got it all there. So let me do a quick recap on everyone's predictions. I've taken notes.
we have to?
Brody,
Okay.
starting with you. Quarry Barlog, new IP. Q1
yeah.
2025. Square will announce some coming to Xbox, and Assassin's Creed will have a big presence and feature an X-Defiant somehow. Shannon, from you, we had PlayStation will bring back a game lost on the PS3, either Resistance or Infamous. At least 3 games for PlayStation from Xbox, Starfield, Doom, and COD being the 3. First Nintendo Switch 2 game will be revealed in the June Direct, and it will be Super Mario Odyssey 2, although we'll find that out in like a year from now. James, Capcom re-revealed Pragmata. Perfect Dark will be shown. It's in good health and reinvigorate Prestart's passion. Nintendo will reveal one final great game for the Switch, and it'll be something to do with monkeys and bananas. And then from myself, it was... what was it? Wolverine, new trailer, early 2025 release date. Kojima brings out Ari Aster. Ghost of Tsushima 2 will be announced with a release date. There we go. Everyone's
Not bad.
predictions locked and loaded. Excellent.
Huge.
I do have a rapid fire question for you all as well. And this comes courtesy of Brody, although I ought to give proper credit for 8249, which was in the tweet that he screenshotted and sent to us all. And he was eager to know who our 4 horsemen of the greatest FPS of all time would be. So, like, what is our top 4 first-person shooters of all time? That's essentially the question. Yeah. Shannon, do you have a
I
list?
think so.
I didn't have the brain power to put this together in addition to my prediction list and what the wiki. I'm just going to say Resistance 1, 2, and 3 and Killzone.
Wow.
Which one?
I'll say Black. Black was good.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Brody?
I went with the guy who the tweet I sent you. He had Fear in there, and I thought that was a pretty inspired choice. I really liked Fear, so I'll go with that. Half-Life, Wolfenstein 3D, and Titanfall 2.
Bioshock.
No, amazingly, or Halo. So I
You
don't know.
disgust me.
Yeah, GoldenEye. Shit, I don't know.
Mine are Battlefield Bad Company, Halo 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, soft spot in my heart, and Apex Legends. Much more.
God, there's a lot, isn't there?
I love Apex Legends.
There's a lot of good ones.
James?
Does it have to be like action shooters?
It could be Metroid.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, then I wasn't thinking that, but
Oh.
I'll put that in. So, Metroid Prime,
Okay.
the first Deus Ex,
Okay.
Prey, mental blank.
As in 2017,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not the
not the Tommy one. Yep.
vagina door one. Yeah, that was a good game, but it was not top 4 of all time.
No, fair.
And the original Perfect Dark.
Oh. Nice. Can't believe no one mentioned Titanfall 2. That's a little...
I did.
And oh, did you?
He literally did.
Sorry, I missed that.
And why would you get offended when you didn't mention it either?
Yeah, literally. Like, why was it on your list?
Well, it was a
then?
toss-up
It's that
between
good.
Apex Legends and Titanfall 2, but...
And
Well,
Tro's right,
that's-
bitch. Anyway,
That's where we differ, I'm afraid.
Oh my god, it is time for What the Wiki, the Press Start podcast game show where the previous week's winner reads part of a Wikipedia... Jeez, I can't speak anymore. Reads part of a Wikipedia page for an unknown game, and we, the contestants, must guess the game. A point is awarded for each correct guess, with the round ending after a person has bagged themselves 2 points. Last week, if I'm not mistaken, that was Shannon, who climbed up into second place, tied with myself. James, still out in the lead, though, with 18 points.
Commanding.
Quite a gap to close. 5 points between James in first and myself and Shannon in second. We have Brody in third on 11 points, Kieran in fourth on 10 points, and Harry bringing up the rear with 5 points. But Shannon was last week's winner. You are today's host. Take it away.
The product was revealed at an E3 media briefing in 2009. Wow, that was a long time ago. It was subsequently cancelled, and it was a fingertip pulse oximeter sensor that connected to the Wiimote.
Oh, God.
According to Nintendo, this device would initially sense the user's pulse and a number of other signals
Brody.
being transmitted. Yes.
is
Brody.
it the Wii Pulse?
It's not the Wii Pulse.
You just kept hitting that
We
word
better
really
go.
hard. I thought it was like
Is this a
hint.
game or an accessory? Like,
It's going to be accessories, I think. He's being cheeky.
You've lost me now. The device will initially sense the user's pulse and a number of other signals being transmitted by their bodies, and will then provide information to the users about the body's inner world.
What the
Really,
fuck?
I'm shocked.
You
Well, I
know,
understand. You
What?
didn't. There's no prep. You just launched into this.
Is it a device?
about
Is it an
accessories?
accessory? Is it a game?
I said device.
Yeah, well,
so
that's what I thought.
Oh my god.
no specific
Like
games or applications were revealed for this device, but when presenting this device, Iwata suggested that video games may soon be used for relaxation.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
I'm
I could
shocked.
literally draw it for you, but I can't
Did
name
you say
it.
this thing didn't come out?
It did
No, it
not
didn't.
come out, no,
Oh,
but it
for
was a big moment.
Is it the
Is it the skateboard from Tony Hawk's Ride? No, that came out. No, I'm going to be no good here. I'm sorry.
is it the Wii Heart?
My God.
I don't know. I'm just trying to find
Oh,
what
man.
words.
So
mate.
it's the accessory.
It's the accessory.
it's
We're
could-
trying to think of some.
Is Joe- I can
the
hear
name of
typing.
some
They didn't announce any
dongle that
They didn't announce
reads
any
your
games
pulse.
for it.
No.
The Wii Pump.
I want to deduct points from you, James, for not knowing this.
You should. A couple.
Deduct 5.
Can I just have like one hint? What?
Yeah, we need a
this
hint.
is-
There
We
was a
need-
word in here.
Give us
that I
more
wanted
of
to-
the Wikipedia description. Is there a clue in there? The Wii.
Oh,
That's right.
I'm just going
James
to keep
is-
reading. On
Ja-
July, in
James
July
has found the Wiki page.
2013, Iwata disclosed that this device had been cancelled due to its lack of widespread compatibility, with Nintendo finding that the device failed to work with approximately 10% of people that it was tested on. Noting that the device was of narrower application than they originally thought.
This is bleak.
This is bleak.
I'm trying to think of words that are associated with like heart.
I think I-
pulse and
Now I can't fucking find the
rhythm.
Wikipedia entry for it.
wow! It's been scrubbed.
Deleted
It's
from
literally
the
in the
annals of
time
history.
since the Shannon copied and pasted the first paragraph.
What's the? How many words is it? Does it rhyme with?
Now
3.
charades.
3.
3. The
it
Wii
does- sorry.
Fit.
I don't know
does
what else I can
Fit-
say.
Does Fit appear in there somewhere? Is it a Wii
It does
Fit
not,
device?
no.
And
No.
sorry, I'll ask one more thing. Is we one of the 3 words?
It is.
Okay.
Good. I'm not an idiot starting everything with
Nah,
Wii then.
it's a word like, it's a. I know.
Life.
I know-
Think life. Think.
James.
Oh, no! Okay, it's only
You didn't got the same clue. Yes, James.
Is it the Wii Vitality sensor?
It is the Wii Vitality
Oh,
sensor.
Wow.
Iconic.
What an absolute fucking joke this is.
Wow.
The device
Oh, God.
was first also announced in 2009 during another press conference at E3, with film director Steven Spielberg taking the stage to introduce the technology and its potential.
James.
3 demos. Oh,
Really? Don't clean sweep this.
yes, James.
Nah, that's wrong. I was going to say Wii Balance Board, but it's not that, is it?
Go on, one of yours. 3 demos were presented during the conference: Ricochet and Paint Party,
Ewan.
Milo and Kate. Yes, Ewan.
Oh, God.
Oh,
That's-
fuck!
That's thrown me right off.
No.
Okay.
Brody was next.
I'm guessing
but-
2 things at the moment, like in my head. I'm weighing up 2 potential options. I'm trying to think timing. So 2008, we were in the PS3 generation, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ewan.
Is this the PlayStation Move controllers? No, you just ruled me out of PlayStation.
not.
Damn
not.
it! What is it, Brody?
Milo, I think Milo was like a tech demo for Xbox Connect, wasn't it?
Yes, Brody, you are correct. Xbox Connect is the correct
James is fuming.
thing in this.
They managed to convince
The
Steven
device-
Spielberg to come out for that shit.
Yeah, the Spielberger.
It was
Be
good.
listening.
Ish.
Be listening. The device was revealed at an E3 2009 press conference with a live demonstration using an engineering prototype.
James.
Don't.
Yes, James.
Is it PlayStation Move?
It is PlayStation Move.
God
Well
damn it!
done.
I
I didn't.
God damn it. I should have.
I remember
Originally,
that
when I was putting this
prototype.
together, I was going like E3 game flops, but hardware flops I feel like are more prominent than games. But I didn't know that they were all revealed in the same year. It was a big year for peripherals.
Yeah, that's wild.
They were all chasing the
I have a
Wii.
follow-up
That's all
question.
it was.
When was the Wonder Book announced?
A few years later,
was
I
like-
think.
That's what
2
I was
years
like
later, I
thinking
think.
about.
Remember Eye of Judgment?
Yes.
No.
With the
My
cards?
tiebreaker was going to be Wii Music. Not a peripheral, but down the same ilk.
Wow.
You can imagine
This
it.
is-
Anyway, just changing it up,
2012.
you know,
There you
like
go.
we've gone through so many games on What the Wiki. Let's do What the Techie. Well done, James. Am I supposed to be wrapping this up? Well done, James. That
No,
was
that's-
fantastic.
And with that, let's bring an end to what was this week's episode of the Press Start podcast. Subscribe to us on Listen or the podcast service of your choice. Follow us at press.au and visit the site at pressstart.com.au. We've been joined today by James.
Yes, you can find me on Exit at James ATJAMZ.
Doing a marvelous job in the What the Wiki hosting. Share it with Shannon.
I feel like Brody's not going to come anymore when I'm hosting the Wiki.
was
You
very
can find
dynamic.
me on Shannon Grixie and jump on, play us, James and I, in some Multiversus. See us online in the Rift.
Are you two are like teaming up? Is that's what's going on?
So to
Sure.
speak.
Yes.
Taking people on?
It's literally been up for 40 minutes. Do we know how it's going?
Yeah, I'm eager to see.
Someone check the Steam concurrent. And
Oh, it's not on PC yet.
oh, okay. Last but not least, it is Brody. It was
Thank you.
Brody.
You can follow me on most things at Brody_DG.
And I've been your host, Ewan Roxburgh. You can follow me on socials at Ewan_Roxburgh. Thanks again for tuning in. And until next time, happy gaming.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.